kill? Yes. Thou shalt not kill? Yeah. Um, I don't think any person as a citizen has the right to take somebody else's life. And if you chose to do that, you not only committed a crime, you committed a sin. Yeah. Now, the enforcement of the Ten Commandments seems to be big to the Jews. Yes, it is. But I was watching court TV last night. I found it very interesting. Yeah. The judiciary spends a lot of time debating the number of years. I actually think we need a judicial system that takes into consideration the maturity of the male and female brain. Now, the court hearing that I was watching, and I watched multiple of them, Supreme Court justices of Washington State. See, to put a minor into the adult population when their brain is not fully formed, yes, is cruel and unusual punishment. We actually have the science to prove that the male and female mind is not fully matured until 25 years of age. Yes. Let's say you're a Micronesian from a compact trust state of the United States that happen to be in the United States, but the only reason that you had a passport to travel to the United States was because of some international trust agreements. Yeah, because when I lived on Guam, I did know a lot of Micronesians. Yes. I had worked for the Center for Micronesian Employment. Now, the Micronesian that was being discussed in last night's court hearing, I happen to understand a little of the culture of Micronesia. Yeah. And it's a really beautiful little nation. Yeah. Not that many individuals live there. Yeah. There's Chuuk, and then I did Ponape. Yes. I applied to work there. In fact, I had known I think it was the lieutenant governor of Micronesia. Yes. In fact, I went to a symposium where I was the administrator, and the actual president of Micronesia said, I don't know what empowerment means. I myself had to go look it up. Pooch. Now, working for the Center for Micronesian Empowerment, I got to befriend a lot of the youth from Micronesia. Both male and female. Oops, you look so good. It's a cultural, a tribal nation where killing off your neighbor was very much accepted in their tribes. Yes. Just 50 to 100 years ago. You dislike somebody, you cut their head off, they're dead, you throw them in the ocean. But somehow a Micronesian ended up in the United States and committed a capital offense where he was put in the adult population. Yeah. For the rest of his life, possibly 25 to 40 years, and there seemed to be some disagreement of the actual application of the law when it involves somebody under the age of 18 that has committed an adult crime. Now, I find this interesting because it can't be an adult crime if you're not an adult. Coach. We've made some exceptions to the actual being of an adult. Yeah, yeah. See, you can't join the military really until the age of 18. Now, they might take you in at 17. Yes. You can't buy tobacco products unless you're 18 years old. You can't purchase pornographic products. Yes. You can't register to vote until you're 18 years old. But you can put a 16-year-old in an adult prison for 40 years. Yes, because they committed an adult crime. Now, the problem is these exceptions to what you can do as an adult. Yes, you can't vote until 18. Yeah. You can't smoke until 18. Yeah. And you can't buy pornography or go on pornographic sites until the age of 18. Yes. Yes. You can't marry until 18 because for you to marry before the age of 18, you would require parental consent. Yes. Now let's go through all of those in the adult prison population. Yeah. That when you put them in there, you made exemptions to every law of the United States that required an individual to be 18 years old to participate in any of the rights of being an adult. Now, this stupidity on the parts of judicial systems, yeah. There is no exception. At the day and time of the crime, you had to be 18 years old. And I know you're thinking somebody 17 years old in 364 days is going to go out and commit some sort of mass killing of the population. I'm going to want to know every judiciary of the United States that said, well, you are not an adult, but you committed an adult crime. Now, my thought was, you're really not a mature man or woman until 25 years old. Science supports this? Yes. For you to put in the adult population, those that are 18 to 25 that are not fully matured, male or females, yes, is cruel and unusual punishment because their brain is not fully matured right now. Why don't you give me all of those? Yeah, that were put in an institution before the age of 25, where the problem with restoring them, yeah, rehabilitating them, is the actual development of the maturity happened while institutionalized, yes, and caused multi generations of individuals, yes, to be institutionalized in the maturity of their minds. Now, Supreme Courts of the United States, you dumb fuckers right now, have institutionalized adults that do not have fully matured male and female minds. And through the institutionalization process has caused a retardation in their maturity. So I'm going to want to know all of those that were incarcerated because of the exempting of the requirements of being 18. Pooch. Then I'm going to want to know all of those that were incarcerated because they were adults, but they were not fully matured. Now, I would change the judicial system. Yes. Under 18, you are not an adult. And even if you blow away, as in you shoot X number of individuals, yes, you're still a fucking idiot, unmatured. Poop. And then for those that are 18 to 25 that got involved, okay, the court system has not considered the actual maturing process of the human mind when setting minimum sentencing guidelines and exceptions to every law about exactly what it is that you think you're going to do. Now, I've got some lawsuits about this, okay? The United States is going right now